paying attention. If there's no discussion, all in favor of approving last month's minutes, say aye. Aye. No appeals and no special exceptions tonight, and one variance.
This variance request is at 1064 Old Cates Cove Road. It's for the front building setback requirements. The property is identified on tax map 106, parcel 30.05, and is zoned to rural district 2. The required front setback is 30 feet, and the requested relief is for a 15 feet variance, which would leave a 15-foot setback. Slope and the location of the septic system are reported hardships for this lot. The applicant is proposing to build a detached garage at the end of the driveway. The applicant is requesting a 15 feet variance, which would leave a 15-foot front setback. And keep in mind that the new subdivisions can establish a 10-foot front setback on steep slopes or steep lots located in the R2 zone. And we have granted a similar variance for a cabin located on this same road. And then I attached there a layout that the owner provided me, and showing what they're wanting to do. He'll actually probably end up with a little more than 15 feet from the front property line, but he was requesting enough to make sure that he had enough room.
Since you're the only one in the audience tonight, I suppose you're in favor of this variance. Is there anything you'd like to add to what Roger just told us? And for the record, can you tell us your name, please?
Billy Ritchie. I'll be the contractor on the job if we get the variance.
Well, there's Bruce.
Go ahead, and if you want to, is there anything you'd like to add? You want to speak in the microphone?
Gotcha.
Well, everything's pretty much as he said. You got a slope there probably 20 foot from the edge of the road down to where the garage will start at as a drop. So, I mean, we're just needing the 15 foot because we got the septic tank on the right side and we need to stay off of it. So we need the 15 foot where we can move up the hill a little bit.
Okay. Is there any discussion from the board?
Right.
That's very likely, yeah.
I mean, if you drive by, you can see he's got his garage staked out, and the house adjacent, it's close to the road, closer than the garage. He's proposed. I don't think issue. Somebody gave that house permission to be there.
That was probably built before zoning regulations came in.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, the only cabin up there that's been built since zoning, it got a setback variance too. I mean, on those steep sloping lots, it's pretty commonplace. And we've got a provision in our zoning regulations that allows the property owner, if they bring in a slope analysis with a topo with, I think, 5-foot contours, and we went over that with the applicant, that would keep them from having to apply for a variance. But the funny thing is it was going to cost him more to get that done than to request the variance. So, you know, this is more economical for them.
I don't know who else has got to put it in the garage.
Oh, yeah, the lot's definitely
What he's got,
straight down,
the
yeah.
driveway's already there. All he's got to do is put the garage at the end of the driveway.
Yep.
I'll say,
On these, he's requesting a 15-foot setback, and legal 15, but new subdivisions can establish a 10-foot setback. Why would this not automatically go to the 10-foot setback requirement?
Well, we tried to address that back some time ago when we put that provision in there for slope analysis, and yeah, and it just turned out that that's more expensive than asking for the variance. But a new subdivision, if it's in R2 zone and it's got a steep lot, then they can put that on the plat. It's in the subdivision regulations, 10-foot front setback.
Any other
Everything on the
discussion?
garage too will be built to where it matches the house identical. I mean, it's not just gonna be something out of the ordinary.
I think your truck, the long haul truck,
Yes, sir.
I thought I saw your truck there.
Yeah, the last job I done up here was, for James McKellen. His house burned up there on top of the mountain, and 3 or 4 years ago. Log home.
There's no discussion. The chair will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to grant.
Second.
Bruce Damrow,
Yes.
Rob Walker,
Yes.
Stan Hedrick, Larry Chesney.
Yes. Billy, I have
Pass.
a side question. As you're going up to this house, about 4 to 500 yards before you get to the house going uphill, on the right, there's a huge steel tank, looks like a water tank. Is that what that is?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just happened in the past few days.
It looks like 2,000 gallon.
Yeah, that's
Looks
rolled
like
out.
it's laying against a tree.
Yeah, rolled down there against a tree. We left here Sunday, and it wasn't there, and then we come back this afternoon, and I noticed it going up the mountain. Somebody's lost it off of a truck or something else.
It looks like somebody draining water in it, houses down below. No?
That I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's wedged up against that tree. If it
Yeah.
goes anywhere, it'd take the houses out down below it.
Right. I thought it was odd, it was laying against
Right.
the trees and not found it.
Right.
Well, maybe your next job is to go get that tank.
Yeah, it could be. We can do it.
Maybe that's the predator that they're trying to do.
This thing's several thousand gallon tank.
Yeah, it looks like the underground gas tank's what it was previously, maybe.
That's what it looks like.
Maybe you're gonna build an underground survival.
No big enough.
Maybe they just can't get it back up there and get it loaded.
I don't know how they got down there. He could roll it.
That's what I fear. They've lost it off of a truck, and it's had to happen since Sunday.
That's what he, my question is how to get it down there, because it's laying up, the axis
It's-
is horizontal.
It's probably 100 feet off the road, down the hill there, up against a big tree. No.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it, gentlemen. Y'all have a good evening.
Oh, yeah, I spoke with Bill Dunlap, and he said that West Miller's Cove Road, especially after this winter, is definitely one of the roads on his list to get repaved in the next year or two. He said there wasn't any widening plans for it, but it is definitely on the list to be repaved. And he said if the board wants or needs anything in writing, he'd be happy to put something together for you.
Wonder, when they changed the road stands to, what is that,
Collector.
collector, from a, what was
I think,
it? They upgraded, right?
yeah, from just I forget the name of it. It's residential or yeah.
Upgrade like that. I know one time when he was putting some tile right up there, going in their place, they were gonna just sort of put, so I told him, you know, get up on our property here and make it wider, expand. So now they got, instead of just a tile, they've got about 8 feet up here before the ball, really for the future. And there's some places up through there that, if they want to repave the road, that, some of the places, the property owners would be glad to work with them. They would take it, just add that much. So when you talk to him, but I don't know if he wants to, I'll help him get permissions on some of the little pinch points or whatever, get approval. Of course, he already owns a Bible, it's just.
Yeah.
I talked to him, he didn't want to take that from nobody,
Right.
but they would agree to it. Well, that's good.
How much does the county own the right of way on either side of the road?
I forget what East Miller's Cove or West.
25 feet from center line.
From the center, isn't it?
Yeah, they got a pretty good right of way for it, don't they?
But a lot of the roads, it looks like they only wanted to lay like 8 feet and that was it.
Yeah.
Nothing more than 8, I mean, it was right down to the,
I know last time they did through there, they come and laid about 8 inches of extra gravel on the side, and then they paved over that, and it's surprisingly held. Now, if they go and sneak another 8 inches, they'd be getting in there.
They'll be getting over to the ditch though before long, wouldn't
Some of them up there, one place, here's the road, and here's the bottom of the ditch. And there was some dual vehicle guy in there the other day in the mud, but he snuck out back up on the road right before he, it's a tight deal. And construction they're doing, they'll have to repave their business.
Yeah.
isn't there supposed to be a 2-foot apron on each side, each side
so.
shoulder?
If you're building a new road, you gotta have.
Yeah,
Not for the old.
18.2 and 2, I think, it's the requirement for a lot of things as for special exceptions. And I don't know the extent of it for subdivision regulations. I think for what they consider a major subdivision, it's supposed to come off a county road that's 18.2 and 2.
What's 18 2 and 2?
18 feet of pavement and 2-foot shoulders.
Another question, on this, the changes that they're putting in for new zone, for like the Blackbird,
Mm-hmm.
what real effect would that have? Would it be for allowing things to go ahead and be done that wouldn't have to necessarily come before you, but just give a permit to do it? What kind of changes would it involve?
Well, it lists them, and I'll be happy to email that to you. I can't remember all of it. It won't change the look of Blackberry Farms any, but it's going to allow them to. Right now, everything they're doing, they're under an existing non-conforming use, and what this will do, it will create a zone that will let them be a conforming use, and it gives them a little bit more flexibility as far as some things that they can do there that they're not doing now. Like one of them is they want to make a craft beer, and that's fine, but right now they have to sell it on campus, but they want to make it and be able to sell it other places too.
Well, now, if they make craft beer there, does that also open it up to somebody else to make craft beer? They got 40 acres.
Yeah, if they develop
A plan.
a planned unit development like what is described in that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what one of the county commissioners said in the paper, that even though Blackberry does everything
Yeah.
first class, somebody else could come in there and
Yeah.
do a pretty shoddy job, and they can still slide through.
What's involved in a planned unit development? Is it just involved?
It allows mixed uses. You know, they do a lot of things up there. A lot of what they do is covered as agriculture because they grow their own food that they serve and they raise their own meat.
Are we still in session?
Yeah.
Could be, y'all want to adjourn?
I'm not gonna move to
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
We're adjourned.
Burn the tapes.
That's right.